Hey everybody. This is just a little something I thought I was going to do, or well, I am doing, um, as a little reflection the day before my birthday. You might think it's cliche. You might think that these things I'm going to share might be a little bit personal, but to each their own. To me, I feel like if I can share a lesson or two with whoever, whether I know you personally or not, just like through social media. Um, that is like one of the best things for me. I love helping people, and I love knowing that my experiences can help somebody else out. So anyway, um, this list I compiled over the last, I don't know, couple weeks, and it's 28 things I've learned at 28, or 28 things that got reinforced, like life lessons and such, at 28 years old. Um, this might be a little bit long, it might be a little repetitive. I originally thought I was just going to post this list, but I figured I might as well record it. I've seen this online throughout the years, and I think it's a really cool thing to do. I know 28 is not like a big milestone birthday or anything. I'll be 29 tomorrow, but you know, um, I think that it is important to reflect every year, and this is my reflections. There's a few on, or a few that I have thought of since making this list that I didn't put on there, but here are some big major ones. So yeah, if you want to learn a little bit about me, if you want to get into your like reflection state of mind, um, follow along. I have a little list on my notepad on my laptop here, so I am going to read it. So here we go. 28 things I learned or got reinforced at 28 years old. Number one, life is extremely precious. That goes without saying. It is, you're here for a reason. I 100% believe that. Number two, family and friends make life so much fuller. Number three, friends come and go frequently, so keep close those who mean something special to you. Number four, music and Spotify are my best friends. I will go out to a live show literally any day. If you ask me if I want to go to a show and I say no, there is 99.9% chance that there's something wrong with me. Those who know me personally know that's true. Number five, you aren't a failure if you don't have your ideal figured out. Exploring options in your 20s is huge, and also throughout your life. Your career doesn't define who you are, period. Number six, personal success is measured in a million ways. Also, kind of self explanatory. That has been a huge thing this year. Not comparing yourself to other people or other people around you, but realizing that you are in your life where you are because of things that you've been through. Um, and maybe my life experiences might be different than a lot of other people, but I am going to use my empathy to help those I can. And, everybody figures out their own shit in their own time. So, number seven, trust your intuition. It is almost always correct, and listening to it saves from a lot of future mishaps, even if you don't want to believe what your intuition is constantly telling you. That was huge for me this year. Number eight, Red Bull is amazing, especially the peach and tropical flavors. So like the like dark burgundy red can and the yellow can, and the new winter flavored like the light blue can. Sugar free or plain, I don't care. I typically stick to sugar free because I just try to do sugar free, but I like them both. Um, Number nine, I realized over the summer that I have a green thumb and I love gardening. I started over the summer with several hot chilies, mostly like Mexican chilies like guajillo, arbol, etc. And then I started with tomatoes. Unfortunately, I started a bit late with my tomatoes, so they didn't make it through, but I'm excited to start next year. I wanted to do garlic, but I'm a little bit late for that. I'm hoping to do like a pomegranate tree or something like that. And I will be starting again next year or whenever the season starts with more peppers, more tomatoes. I want to do strawberries, etc. So, yeah, If you have any tips, message me, please. Um, Number 10, rushing into anything in life usually doesn't end up well. Number 11, you can't heal by avoiding your issues and pain. Letting go and moving on doesn't mean forgetting about people and experiences in your past. Self explanatory. Number 12, it's okay to be different. The black sheep of the world make the world a more genuine place to live. Absolutely. Number 13, exercise before bed really helps your mental and physical self. It also helps you sleep a lot better, with especially coming from me who has a diagnosed sleep problem, not really like insomnia, but I never sleep well. I'm always tired. So I find a little, workout before bed, an hour or so, really helps. Number 14, weight loss is extremely mental. If you aren't fully happy with where you are, who you with literally anything in life, and you're still doing everything correctly, like exercising, eating well, you won't lose any weight. I fluctuate in weight a lot, and it has a lot to do with what's going on in my life. I pick up stress around me, and that affects me a lot too. Um, so, yeah, um, I'm not the best weight loss coach, but I feel like weight loss is very unexpected. You can't plan it, which sucks, but you know, be happy with who you are, where you're at. Doesn't matter what size you are. As long as you're healthy and you're happy and you have support around you, that's all that matters. Number 15, admitting faults in yourself does not make you weak. Number 16, an amazing life reality check is volunteering for a cause that you care about because you're helping people or a situation that hasn't been as fortunate as you are. This year, I've done a ton of volunteer work, particularly with domestic violence, and I can't really speak on that, but it's I can't tell you the stories and the people I've met and how it's like impacted me as well. So extremely important to get back to your community. Um, Number 17, maybe my purpose here on earth is to provide empathy so others can feel comfort with their situations, both good and bad. I've always been an empathetic person. I care almost too much about others and how they feel, almost to a fault. That can be, as a both good and bad. In the last couple of years, I've definitely been taken advantage of from that. And this year, I have work to maintain my who I am, my true colors, but also to set up boundaries, so I don't get used. That's huge. So yeah. Number 19, taking care of yourself in the long run helps you be your best self to help provide for those you care about most. Basically, if you're not healthy mentally or physically, how can you help those you care about? Number 20, going on drives and listening to music is a form of therapy. Take a spontaneous trip. I absolutely love joyrides. I love driving. For those who know me personally, I drive all the time. I drive multiple road trips every year. It's very relaxing, and also I'm the kind of person that gets motion sick a lot. So I often want to drive if there's a group too. So um, yeah, I also hate being in one place for a long time. So I really like to get up, get out, and get going. Um, that just makes me happy. So, yeah. Number 21. I need to go to the beach more than once a year. It's my safe haven. This year I only went to the beach once and it sucked. And not the beach. I mean, only going once. I really miss it. I'm a huge water person. And I don't know, it brings me so much joy. I mean, I do appreciate the mountains, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick the beach. Number 22, it's extremely okay to be a literal person. We're super straightforward. You know exactly what to expect when you speak to us or when we speak to you. I've been told I'm quite literal. I don't know if it was derogatory or not, but I always, I always explain things as they should be because Why would you want somebody who tiptoes around the truth or like what they're trying to get at? Um, I always found that a bit odd that people would just, not be their true colors or tiptoe around what the point they're trying to make just to hide themselves from X, Y, or Z. I don't know if that makes sense, but being straightforward also helps you get to the point faster. And there's no time wasted. So for me, it's a win win. Number 23, overworking, like overworking jobs and such, working multiple jobs, working overtime, etc. Um, Overworking was used as a coping mechanism for me, which prevented inner healing, as I always use work as a distraction. This year, I've had time off or more time to think um, about my life and such, and I realized that for the entirety of my 20s, I was like looped mentally, and I didn't really recover because I never spent 100% focused time on it. And I was always told, oh, work, 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 make money. And so I had all this money, but I had no mental peace. And your mental health is absolutely number one. Always focus on what's best for you. And for me, I realized that work was used as kind of like, I don't want to say a drug, but kind of a drug. If the days I was not feeling good or days I was not like constantly busy with work or doing something, I was not okay. And I had to learn to be okay just being by myself and not being distracted. And work is a huge distraction. So that was probably one of my top 5 lessons this year. Number 24, be there for those you love, even if it's inconvenient for you. You never know when life will come and go. Life is extremely precious, like I said, for number one. Um, this is kind of something I've believed my whole life. Life is, you never know when the last time you're going to speak to somebody is. Um, so never kind of end on a bad note. Always be there for those you care about, especially your family or your good friends, because life can change in a heartbeat. And I always believe that regardless of how the the last interaction you had with somebody, never make it negative. You never know when their day is going to come. You never know if that's the last time you're ever going to see them. So always, 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 always end on a good note. Number 25, true love, whether it's friendship, family, or romantically, is unforgettable. Doesn't matter the situation, doesn't matter how good or bad it was. You'll never forget it. And it's not something to forget. I think every relationship you have of different types, you can learn and grow from. Number 26, don't lose your empathy because someone took advantage of you. There are a lot of people out there who have impure intentions. Always have your guard up and don't become cold hearted. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say much about that, but yeah, big, big lesson there. Number 27. This is probably one of my most personal things I wrote. For years, I have shut down emotionally and become so overwhelmed. I've unknowingly done it to a lot of people, and I have pushed them away unintentionally because I was so overwhelmed with my life. Um, and I know I'm about 14 minutes in this video, but if I've known you for a long time and you feel like I've pushed you away or I've become distant, it's literally something, it's just a bad habit. I don't even know. It's a mental block that I have that I've been trying to work on for like almost 10 years now. Um, and I have one more year of my 20s, but in my 30s, at age 29 and in my 30s, I'm going to really try to fix that because I really miss the people I used to be connected with. And I want them to know that I never meant to hurt you or push anybody away or make you feel like I don't care because that's the exact opposite of who I am and what I believe in. I'm not the best at staying in contact, but I still love and care about everybody that I've known throughout my life. And number 28, last but not least, always put yourself first. You don't have to be selfish, but make sure you are happy and never let someone else control what you do with your life and your overall happiness. You are the most important person there is. I, I think that's really important. And as I said earlier on, you can't take care of somebody else. You can't, people can't love you if you don't love yourself. So really work on loving yourself and really work on being a pure, genuine person. I think that's gets you much, much farther in life. All right. So again, wow, almost 15 minutes and 50 seconds. Um, Thank you for listening if you've made it this far. This is my 28 things I've learned at 28. As I said, there's a few I haven't posted or listed, um, but maybe I will do this again next year. We'll see. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year and happy 2025. Bye.